The cute villains known as minions from the movie Despicable Me are beloved characters worldwide due to their adorable appearance and quirky personalities. However, a terrifying rumor started circulating on social media, suggesting that the minions are related to Nazi experiments on Jewish children. This rumor is known as the Minions Nazi origin theory. In 2017, the British newspaper The Telegraph even addressed this rapidly spreading online rumor seriously. The first suspicion regarding the Minions Nazi origin theory is that the Minions design was inspired by Jewish child victims of Nazi experiments. According to posts and photos circulating on social media, Nazis conducted gas experiments on Jewish children using Zyklon B. It is claimed that the helmets used in these experiments were the inspiration for the Minions helmets. Zyklon B transforms into toxic gas when exposed to air. Zyklon B has been proven to induce gas asphyxiation in the shortest amount of time and was used as a mass-killing method at Auschwitz. Additionally, there are unverified claims that minions was a term used by Nazis to refer to Jewish children, suggesting that the minions' design was based on these victims. The second suspicion is that the minions' unique quirks and scatterbrain behavior reflect the symptoms shown by Jewish children subjected to these gas experiments. Due to the effects of the Zyklon B gas, these children allegedly exhibited signs of mental instability, which is reflected in the minions' personalities. The third suspicion is about the minions' incomprehensible language. During the experiments, some Jewish children who couldn't speak German screamed and shouted in Hebrew or other languages. These cries sounded like an alien language to the Nazis, which is supposedly reflected in the minions' speech. Furthermore, it is claimed that the Nazis created animated characters to promote their totalitarian ideology and make their actions more palatable to the general public. However, the Minions Nazi origin theory is far from the truth. The Minions were conceptualized and created long after the fall of the Nazis. Moreover, the photo that sparked these rumors was not from World War II, but from 1908, showing British Royal Navy divers. The equipment resembling the Minions was actually a diving escape apparatus, developed by Swiss scientist Georges Francois Gilbert in 1908. This early diving suit contained a special chemical called oxalate, which absorbed carbon dioxide and extended underwater time. Some conspiracy theorists compared this similar appearance to the Minions and linked it to Nazi experiments, thus spreading a baseless rumor. There was a woman. Under the Nazi regime, despite her Jewish heritage and being labeled as an Untermensch, or inferior human, she married a German nobleman and received the title of Countess. As a test pilot for the German Air Force, the Luftwaffe, she recorded the second highest number of test flights, accelerating the development of German dive bombers. She was granted honorary Aryan status and awarded the Iron Cross. This woman was none other than Countess Melita von Stauffenberg. Melita Schenk-Gräfin von Stauffenberg, Niehe Schiller, was born on January 3, 1903, in Odessa, then part of the Russian Empire. Her father, a Jewish man who had converted to Christianity, and her German mother could not shield her from the Nazis' mark that tainted her early life. Against the backdrop of rising anti-Semitism, Melita excelled academically, studying mathematics, physics, and engineering at the Technical University of Munich. Her brilliance led her to aviation, securing a position at the Experimental Aviation Institute in Berlin. However, in 1936, she was forced from her job because of her paternal grandfather's Jewish origins. In 1937, Melita married Alexander Schenk Graf von Stauffenberg, a German nobleman and historian. This union brought her into one of Germany's most prominent families. When the Second World War broke out, she was employed with the German Red Cross and soon after was drafted into the Luftwaffe ministry to put her skills to use in studying flight instrumentation and flight testing the Junkers Ju-87 Stuka. Melita's skills were undeniable, yet her Jewish heritage marked her as inferior in the eyes of the Nazi regime. This was partially offset by her marriage to a German nobleman. Nevertheless, she became one of only 2 German women to earn the title of Flugkapitän, or flight captain, and flew over 500 test flights in the dreaded Junkers, Ju-87 Stuka dive bombers, known as the Devil's Sirens for their terrifying screech during dives. Her work significantly strengthened the Nazis' aerial capabilities. In a shocking twist, Hermann Göring, head of the Luftwaffe, granted Melita the status of an honorary Aryan due to her invaluable contributions. Her expertise earned her the Iron Cross Second Class and other prestigious awards, despite the regime's brutal persecution of her people. 1944 brought a dark turn in Melita's life. Her brothers-in-law, Klaus and Berthold von Stauffenberg, were key figures in the failed Operation Valkyrie to assassinate Hitler. Melita, along with her family, was arrested. Despite the looming threat of execution, her technical skills led to her release, as the Nazis needed her for critical test flights. Her brother-in-law, Klaus Schenkgraf von Stauffenberg, frequently asked Melita in May and June 1944 to fly him from Berlin to Hitler's Wolfschanz headquarters and back. He confessed to her his plans to assassinate Hitler, and despite the danger, she agreed to help him. She had no suitable plane to fly on July 20th, 1944, and that is why the assassination attempt took place without her. At first glance, Melita's work for the Luftwaffe paints a picture of betrayal. However, Melita's diaries reveal a woman tormented by moral conflict. She felt a deep loyalty to Germany, but despised the Nazi ideology. Her work was driven not by allegiance to the Nazis, but by a sense of duty to her country and a desperate hope to protect her family. Using her position, Melita undertook perilous missions to help her relatives, flying dangerous routes to maintain contact and offer support. In April 1945, with Germany on the brink of collapse, Melita embarked on a perilous flight to find her husband, who had been moved to different locations. Tragically, her aircraft was attacked by an American fighter plane, leading to a crash that resulted in her death. She was only 42 years old